Good evening, League of Excellent Extraordinary Negroes. My name is Jade,
And I'm Marcus.
and we are going to talk about The Mandalorian Season 3 today. It is a very stressful week
Mm.
for me in particular,
Mm.
because we have some things happening at the end of the week, and I would just really like to say, please get your tickets.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I got my ticket. I don't know where everybody else is. Don't
Don't
let
know what I'm
me
talking
have done all this work for the steampunk tea party and show up there by myself.
You won't be by yourself,
Well,
but
that's good.
you
I
won't be
do.
by yourself. But
Okay.
I do need people to just go ahead and get their tickets. If you don't know what we're talking about, the Steampunk Tea Party is this Saturday, June 10th, from 3 to 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale now, and tickets will go up at the door.
Mm.
So please
Save
get your
now. Get your
tickets
ticket.
now. Yes. But today, we're talking about The Mandalorian Season 3. Overall, what did you think?
Oh, this was just fun season. I mean, Mandalorian. It. Oh, geez, it's tough because like in a vacuum, Mandalorian is just I want to take my toys and play with them, and that's what Mandalorian feels like. It's like I've got access to the full toy box and a bunch of money, and let's do this, and I love it for that. Big set pieces, just big. It's just fun.
Now, I don't think that, have you talked about publicly, I don't know if you wanted to, the toy that you got recently?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll go get that. I haven't done that yet. I'm just I'm just gonna
Okay.
I'm trying to drop out a second. I'll be right back. Just don't.
Okay.
There's gonna be some
In
noises.
the meantime,
There's gonna be some noises.
in the
That's
meantime,
fine.
here, this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
I'm not
if
doing
you don't
anything.
know about the Steampunk Tea Party, here, let's just do this. Yeah.
Did it
So,
go away already? You were done?
yeah, perfect time. Yeah, perfect time.
Oh, okay.
Just a little, if you needed some images to get you inspired for the tea party, I'm going to do that at least one more time. So, you were recently in California, and we talked about that already.
A little bit.
We went to Disneyland, and
A little bit.
You spent a couple of dollars on
I spent some.
On a lightsaber that is quite heavy.
Oh yeah, this is the Galaxy's Edge lightsaber. You spend a fair amount for it, but I mean, it's good 3 pounds metal. I mean, it's hefty. I'm very happy with my purchase.
If there was any question about the love of Star Wars,
I have some.
just a little bit. I, on the other hand, have a dark saber, and not really sure what that's gonna be worth at all. I mean, I didn't spend a lot of money. I didn't spend Galaxy Edge.
Sure it still works. Just making sure it still works.
But I don't know what's going to happen to it. So let's just get into this season, because there was quite a lot that happened.
Sorry,
but here's the thing, and I don't know if people were upset or not. If you didn't watch
Andor?
Boba Fett,
Oh, Boba Fett.
no, if you
Okay.
didn't watch Boba Fett, you might have come in lost, because at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian, Luke takes Grogu with him. And at the beginning of season 3 of The Mandalorian, Grogu is sitting in the cockpit with Mando.
That's true, but let's be serious here. Who was watching The Mandalorian and saw a Boba Fett show and went, nah, I'll leave that to somebody else. They can just, I'm only here for The Mandalorian. I did Boba Fett. Why would I watch that? No, this is very much
an issue.
It could
for some
be.
people.
I don't see it. I feel like it's like if you're gonna clue into Star Trek Picard, it's like you are into a spinoff of a spinoff. Just
True.
you're not missing any of this. You were along for the ride.
If anybody that is watching didn't watch Boba Fett and was confused or didn't remember Boba Fett, because Boba Fett was not
quite as connected, not quite as foundational as everything else.
Yeah.
It was, and the parts that involved the Mandalorian were, I mean, at one point there was a full episode that was almost just distinctly, here's an episode of the Mandalorian we've put in the Boba Fett show.
Right.
And then all the important stuff was the last episode.
Right. Yeah. So, okay, the first episode of season 3, chapter 17, The Apostate, the Mandalorian begins an important journey with Grogu, who has chosen to be a Mandalorian and not a Jedi, although not really sure how long he was training with Luke. There's some reports, I don't know if it's, what's his name? Jon Favreau said that he was with Luke for actually years.
That's interesting. I haven't delved into the lore that much.
Yeah.
But that could be.
I don't know. It could be. I think, is this the episode where he goes to find Bo-Katan? And she's laying up there on the throne at the end. Yes, she's just leaning back, like, what?
Just chilling. Throne room, overlooking no one, on a pile of rocks. You're just like, is that it? Oh.
Yeah. I think that was the highlight of that episode. She was just sitting there, with her leg up, just chilling in the throne room, with nobody around. Because everybody left her. She didn't have the Darksaber. So they left.
Well, she wouldn't have that problem with me. I will watch Katie Sackhoff anytime. That's fine. I have watched many a project.
Starbuck.
Yes.
Yes. Chapter 18, The Mines of Mandalore. Okay, so the Mandalorian and Grogu explore the ruins of a destroyed planet.
Mm-hmm. Is it our first trip there?
That's the first trip.
Just like, it's a thing you could do with your time.
But what does he? Okay, man. Oh, wait a minute. That's not that episode, is it? Because does Katie go with him?
No, not this time. Mm-mm.
Bo doesn't go with him that time.
Mm-mm.
And he goes back to her and is like, I need you to come with me.
Well, no. He gets in trouble and Grogu goes off to find.
That's right. Okay. I was like,
this is the one where he messes it all up.
Yes.
And gets himself captured.
Yes. He is caught. He is hanging by his feet. He has lost the Darksaber.
Mm-hmm.
And Grogu goes to get mommy. That's basically how I see her. That's mommy.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Let's see. So in the minds, okay, so now I'm forgetting. Does at the end of that episode, does she save him?
I don't think they get to that by that point, but maybe they do.
Okay, so at some point,
I think he's still captured at the end of that episode.
he's still captured. So maybe it's the next episode, but that doesn't feel right because chapter 19 is the convert. And so
which is
that
an
episode,
entire episode of Andor just lifted and put in here. It's an Andor light episode. It's like just in case you missed Andor, and you did.
Yeah, on Coruscant, the former Imperials find amnesty in the New Republic. So it's the doctor that was doing the testing on Grogu, has now gone to Coruscant, and he's converting to the ideology of the New Republic.
You know, that character has glasses on, and I don't know that I've seen anybody in Star Wars wear glasses. I mean, I've seen goggles and like the pod race, but have you ever seen anybody actually wearing like vision correction glasses?
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
It just stuck out as a little weird to me. It's like, okay, that's fine. It made him look extra nerdy.
It did. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something to do with his genetic research.
He's like,
no.
I invented these. Everyone will be wearing them. No, it's like, no, they won't.
So I think some people found that episode, because it has nothing to do, I can't say it has nothing to do with Mando and Grogu.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but it colors the world in which they live and are actively avoiding.
Right, that part. It does show the people that were on the wrong side of history and what they have to do to become a part of the New Republic. I think in seeing that, you see why the New Republic was taken over so quickly, because the checks and balances just aren't there.
It was giving Reconstruction, is all I'm saying. It's like, oh, we forgive you. Did you learn anything? Not really.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because the main person that was with Moff Gideon, I know that I was wrong. I know. No, she's just.
It's sometimes about knowing your audience. What's the right thing to say to the person in the room to get them to give you what you want?
Right. She is shady.
And enjoying every minute of it. It's like, ooh, I don't like her, but I love the performance.
Because she's slimy. She's horrible.
It's like, you didn't have to do all that.
It's like, yeah. She's a bad person. She's a very bad person. Okay. All of that to get to chapter 20, the foundling. And just for this. That's why I've gone through each episode so far.
Okay.
Just to get to this. Just to get to that.
What a gift for this man.
So, if you don't know who that is, he is the actor that voiced and did the motion capture for Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
And his story could have been very tragic because he was.
No one hates Star Wars as much as Star Wars fans. That's all I got.
I just say the man was on the verge of suicide because he played Jar Jar Binks. That's serious. But there's a whole documentary about him almost killing himself because of this character. So for them to do this, oh, thank you. Redemption. But also, is Jar Jar a Sith Lord?
No. He absolutely is not. He's just, I don't know how you would say it, just a poorly executed character idea.
Yes,
but
that would be Jar Jar. But this character
is much better.
Much better. And we find him in the flashbacks as Grogu is going to get Bo-Katan. He's flashing back to these moments that have led him to where we find him. Yes. Is that right? That's where the flashbacks come back.
Was he doing that, or was he or was the armorer making him armor at that point? I don't remember which.
Oh, but he was the armorer is making him armor.
Like an oversized shield.
Okay.
Which means they must have gotten back. But what? In any case, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly if it's that point. But at some point, he is just recalling what happened to him as a young.
No, I feel like it has to be in this episode.
Foundling sort of thing.
Because it has to be early in this episode, because then Bo-Katan comes to the armorer and says, she doesn't say what she has seen, but when she went to rescue Mando,
yes,
she saw a mythosaur in the water.
Boy, that just sounds like it comes from the same place they named unobtainium. It's a mythosaur.
It's a
Is
mythosaur.
It?
Which means a mythological dinosaur.
I'm just saying, sometimes it pays to use your second idea. You don't have to use the first
one. No. Darth Vader. Come on.
It's fine.
Darth Vader?
Yeah, Darth Vader's great. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Dark Father. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. So certainly after the Foundling episode, we get Mommy and Daddy.
But you...
Mommy and Daddy Mando.
She already doesn't have on her helmet.
Right. Because she's never going to have on her helmet. Well,
she had it on all the time after getting out of the waters, and then the armorer is like, you should take that off. And we're like, what do you mean she should take it off? Why should she take it off? Right. You made a big deal out of this. You wanted. Like, nah.
But
you know what?
When she
larger
sees
goals.
The mythosaur, but when she sees the mythosaur, she does keep the helmet on because she is changed, and I assumed that she was thinking, okay, maybe there is something to all of this stuff that I didn't really believe as a kid that my dad was talking about and my sister. Maybe there was something there, and maybe they have it right. Let me just keep this thing on.
It is a lovely little insurance program. Like, hey, I need these people's help, and they will take me seriously if I keep this on for at least a minute.
Right.
It's right. You bathe in the same waters as Den, maybe you're fine. It's like, okay.
And she was willing to learn. She was willing to try to do it their way.
I mean,
I
why
think
not? She had no
that's
one and nothing, so.
right. I think that's why ultimately the armorer sees her differently because she sees that she is willing to try.
Hmm.
Although every episode I was waiting for the armorer to be shady. Every episode.
Why? You're not the first person to say that. Why do we think the armorer was gonna turn?
I don't know. We never saw her face ever. And
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
point.
know. I know.
An inability to read
Just
intention.
yeah, I don't know. I
Hmm.
still have trust issues with her. But she hasn't done anything but be great. So
True.
maybe season 4, I will
Oh,
let it
come
go.
on. I- she has
I mean,
PC glow. She's untouchable.
At one point, she does, and I think it's in the next episode. Well, is it in the next episode? No, it's in a following episode where the Mandalorians are fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes back to get some people or something,
Mm.
and we don't see her for a long time, and then
Yeah. Well, it takes
so
time. Yeah, you
but I
can't just
thought
round up troops with the
she's
snap of
going to
your
get
fingers.
Moff. She's
Well,
going to get Moff
come
Gideon.
on.
That was just in the back of my mind.
That doesn't make sense.
But that was in the back of my mind.
All right.
Because
We're just used to people being duplicitous. That's all.
right, Big Brother Almighty is not to be trusted.
I
He
think
can
he's a
infiltrate.
big enough problem all on his own. He doesn't need double crossing folks to help him out.
Mm. So in the next episode, chapter 21, the pirate, the people of Navarro need protection from rampant pirate attacks. So Apollo Creed he's got the I don't remember his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Apollo Creed has this city now, and it's going well, but the pirates that they have kicked out come back and they want to wreak havoc, basically. And then we get a fish. What is he? An octopus? An octopus?
Amon
The main
Calamari, I
pirate
think.
guy.
Oh wait, no.
No, the seaweed. He's just covered in seaweed.
Yeah, I don't know about that character's type, but yes, that was fun.
I don't know what species they are, but he's a seaweed pirate man. It gave me Pirates of the Caribbean vibes.
I mean, a little bit, but that was, yeah, okay. It gave us a lot of good set pieces, and I don't know if it did much to advance the overall story, but just gave Mando and Grief Karga, I believe, is the character that's in charge of the city.
You mean Apollo Creed?
Yeah. Carl Weathers.
Grief.
Yes.
Karga.
Yeah, I know. That is a Star Wars name if there ever was one. That's
so on the nose. I think this is the episode where we also get now I can't think of his name. The one in the middle. He's from Rebels.
Know that character's name at all.
You don't know him?
I didn't watch Rebels, I'm sorry.
Oh, and I can hear his voice, but I can't think of his name. But he is an animated character. So he started off as an animated character in Rebels, just like Ezra Bridger and some other characters that are going to come live action.
See, this is when we need he would know all of this.
I know. But where is Meg?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm going to see him Wednesday, so I'll ask him.
You do that.
Mm-hmm.
You do that. Um, but yes, so he came from the animated series, and so it was so cool for me to see him in a live action show, and they did him really well. But the you know that episode in particular, and watching him and his facial tics, just him breathing and standing there, the guy in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I had just seen Ant-Man with the big head.
Okay.
It's like, are they the same people are not doing these things?
They have a ton of people doing visual effects. So it's probably not exactly the same people.
It
And
can't be.
there are different priorities. And also
Ant-Man in Quantumania was not a priority.
it's not even so much that it wasn't a priority because other visual effects in that movie were just fine. I mean, but MODOK definitely was a weird. I mean, the character has always been weird. MODOK is a giant head. It just that
Yes,
rendering of it was very strange.
it was not. It was off-putting. I'll just say that.
That's fair.
Off-putting. Yes. Okay. Chapter 22 is an interesting episode called Guns for Hire. And we go to a lovely planet where the leaders are Lizzo and Jack Black.
And our traitor is Christopher Lloyd.
Right. So as soon as I saw Lizzo, and
Yes.
Grogu jumps into her arms. It's like that's why she did this.
Oh, that was probably a condition of her appearing. She's like, I get to hold Grogu. That's
Yes,
I
yeah.
get to hold Baby Yoda. Or I'm not doing it. And they're like, okay, what else? You need anything else? Like, can I knight him?
So how what was your reaction to Lizzo being in Star Wars now?
I watched this with my brother, who went to the Lizzo show. I didn't get to go to that. I was busy. I was out of town. But whatever. We paused it and we're like, is that Lizzo? It's like that's Jack Black and that's Lizzo. How did they do this? How did they keep this secret? Why did they say yes? I mean, I would have said yes, but that's me.
Right.
But like,
but
when did she find the time?
Right. But this right here, this made my week.
I would
because
have.
One, it just shows we are here. Black people love Star Wars. If there was any question, we are here. We are the nerds. How would she know if she's not watching?
And not only
she knows who Grogu is.
Oh, absolutely, she knows who Grogu is. It's very clear that was like probably the reason she said yes. Like, yes, I want to be. All of my scenes involve Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
And just
I bet she reached out to them.
Not only does she get to appear in Star Wars, she gets like Queen Amidala treatment. Just here is a very fancy costume. Everyone will defer to you.
Yes.
Here's
and
a planet. You get to have a planet.
Within a week, I saw someone cosplaying her.
That's amazing.
Yes. And that's the beautiful thing about her being in the show, because now women that look like her have someone else that they can cosplay.
Yeah, that's got to be a gift. I'm still running low on like, who could I even cosplay? I can do Wade from Kim Possible. And that's kind of it. That's it. That's what I got.
Here you go. Right there.
Yeah, I got to lose about 200 pounds.
That matters not. That matters not. Okay, chapter 23 is spies. Survivors come out of hiding. Oh, that's the one where all the Mandalorians group up and all the Mandalorian sects that have been hidden all come together to retake Mandalore. They've heard that it's safe and somebody's trying to restore it, right?
Yeah, this is the penultimate episode. Yes, there's a lot going on, and I guess it's just Disney's permission for you, the Star Wars fan, to paint your Mandalorian armor whatever color you want, because there's nothing that's not canon anymore. You could be a full-on Power Ranger if you want. We got every kind of color, every kind of weapon, every kind of jetpack. Just get out there.
Right. Mandalorians with the helmets on, Mandalorians with the helmets off, Mandalorians that look homeless. Like there's everything is available at this point. Yeah.
Mandalorian with a gun as large as his self. Just like, this is a huge weapon. Takes two hands and all of your attention.
Okay, I don't remember exactly what happens in that episode, but
well,
I do know that somewhere in there, there's
Mhm.
been a council meeting with Moff Gideon, and as he is walking to the council meeting to be on the Zoom, the full body Zoom,
Yes.
he is passing the tanks that have
All those
clones of him.
Which he then flatly denies that he's doing to everybody in that Zoom meeting.
Right. Cloning was so and so's thing.
Yeah, was it?
Dude, you just passed.
The words "I dabble" should have appeared. But also, like,
lie.
He gets all the Mandalorians flat-footed here, trapped in a little room. Tells them they're gonna take over their planet and take the Darksaber back and destroy them slowly. You know, all your evil mastermind stuff. But it's all delivered very well. And you know,
and is this the one where he says gives the speech about the dark troopers and what they were missing was him?
A little bit. And you know, he got himself some new armor, and he's got armor for all his guys. It's like, thank you. God. It's like, ooh, so, that armor is so bad. It's so good.
So
it's
dark,
so good.
Dark troopers with Beskar armor.
It's so
Mandalorians, good. And none of them have as much Beskar as Mando does.
Mm-mm.
They have some that's probably not as good or high quality, but now they're fighting dark troopers who are super troopers with Beskar armor on.
And it looks great. I mean, just throw out all your old Stormtrooper gear and buy all new Stormtrooper gear. It's gonna be a long summer for the cosplayers.
Oh, there's also a couple of things that happen that I don't have images for, but Mando goes back to Navarro and he wants IG-8. Is that the name of the robot that he learned to trust?
Yeah, I think it was IG-88, something like that. Yes. And it goes haywire.
Taika Waititi.
That didn't work.
Yes. Right, that didn't work. But they rewire him, and then Grogu can now sit in him and control him walking.
Yeah.
And Grogu can say yes and no.
Yes. At some point, they give Grogu Krang's android body, and he can go do stuff. And he's highly effective. He's a very quick study. He wasn't picking up that Jedi stuff too well, but one afternoon with the robot body, and he was like, "All right, let's do this. Let's go to town. Let's literally go to town and steal things." It's like, no.
Oh.
It was so much fun. It's just a fun season.
These little creatures, Red BB. Yeah.
Oh, what are those things called? I don't know what the aliens are called. I can find out because that one's probably.
I'm not gonna buy any, but
Yeah, sure you're not. Okay.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I've already got the Bad Baby.
He is in
Um,
Zelen? All right, if
they're
you'd say
all
so.
little tinkerers. They're all little tinkerers.
All right.
I feel. Did we see them before, or is this the first?
Yes. No, we've definitely seen them before.
Okay.
They
The
work on all
last
sorts of
episode,
robots and things.
right? Because, but they're not robots.
No, so they work on
They're a
robots and things. But
species,
yes,
right? But they're not robots.
no, they're organic. And
Yes.
they're Anzelans is the species. Okay.
The last episode, chapter 24, and there's only 8 episodes this season, which I really wish that there were more, but if there were more just to give people side quests, I'm okay with not.
I have noticed on streaming we've just stopped editing. We don't limit our ideas or our run times, so we can just go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is episode 7. It is 1 hour and 10 minutes long. That's how long we needed. Like, all right.
So
I'm at home.
I'm
I don't care. It's fine. I can pause it and I can go get snacks. I'll be back.
Yeah, I would rather. I mean, it's okay.
You
It's
want a
okay.
curated story?
We went a whole episode with Mando caught, and we didn't know what was happening, and we're on a whole other planet watching bureaucrats and then lies.
Yes.
I don't know.
And then
I'm
shocking
also
people's brains out just because it's fun. She didn't
oh
have
my
to do
god.
that. She didn't have to do that. But
And
she
then
was
we don't
like, you
find
know
out what
what? It's
happens to
Tuesday
him.
and I'm bored. Let's do this.
And she was eating cookies watching it. She was eating cookies watching it. You
Like I
just
said,
had this man lobotomized, and you're just eating cookies.
hate the character, love the performance. Just beautiful stuff.
She's horrible. She is. She's horrible. She's a horrible person in
The
everything she
smile
plays.
on her face as she was doing it, though. I mean, that's just chilling stuff. Like,
Rhonda's in the chat, and she says she's not caught up with The Mandalorian. Rhonda.
I'm so sad because now you're just watching
After
spoilers.
this
We
week,
are only talking about the best bits.
there's more. We've missed
There's
some
more.
things.
We've missed some things, but we've definitely hit the high points.
Yeah, that's true. But you can always go back and watch. I mean, it'll still be fresh.
And then the last episode, it's just Mandalorians all over the place.
Mandalorians here and
winning
there
the
and
day.
everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Finally.
At one point, you've got all the troopers coming in from one direction and all the Mandalorians coming in from the other direction with the rocket packs. And they all hit each other, guns a-blazing, except for the armorer, who is smacking people around with those armory tools. And we're just like...
At that point, I said, okay.
I think I'd grab a blaster in this instance.
No. She's going to keep it. She's going to keep it 100. That's who she is.
I just, whew. Mm-hmm. I'm not going into a gunfight with a wrench. I'm gonna need a little more firepower.
That's who she
also,
is.
I'd rather you shoot me than hit me with something like that. Just flying 50 miles an hour, hit you with a wrench. Do you know what that feels like? I don't want to know what that feels like. The last thing going through your head is a piece of Beskar.
Because these are the tools that she uses to shape and craft Beskar, and she's hitting the Dark Troopers that have Beskar armor suits. So, I mean, she's probably got the best weapon.
Oh, she definitely has a very effective weapon, but it does require you to be right up close.
She's a tank.
She's got that PC glow that says, I cannot be killed. She is using it.
Yeah, she is a tank.
And to be perfectly honest, I am not upset about it. I am enjoying watching it. Again, this show is a toy box. Andor is the grown-up show. If you want to see people making sacrifices and losing, this one is about just fun. So I love it. I loved the season. I
Yeah,
thought it was great.
it was good. There were some side quests that I thought were, oh, get back to the show, but they also inform what's going to come next. So that's why I know that they're necessary. It's
Hmm.
just the placement of where they came. I wanted to get back to that part, but it's okay. That just means I love it.
I did have next week syndrome. Just like, how are you gonna leave me there? I
Hmm.
need more of this. I have a completionist thing. I need to know how this ends. And you just drop
Yeah.
me off. It's like, I don't want to. I'm a big fan of when they drop the entire season at once with stuff. It's just like, oh, good. I can pick my weekend and just sit down and experience it. Maybe I don't get to do all the post mortem that we get to do, where we're just like, oh, let's talk about every part of it
But
week by week.
I appreciate the week to week method of dropping these episodes. Yes, you have to wait, but
Agony.
I do appreciate that I have time to digest and go back and rewatch and maybe rewatch again before the next episode.
Just personal agony is what that is. It's not working out for me.
Because I remember a time where something would be on television, and if you
Yeah,
didn't watch it when it came on, you
you
didn't
missed.
watch it
You
at
just
all.
missed it. You just missed it. Did you have a VCR? Did you? Did it record?
I remember a time before VCRs.
I. We almost always had a VCR, but we always recorded it on the lowest quality. So you start with broadcast quality 4:3 1980s 90s broadcast, and then you just like cut that quality by a third. So now you're just watching it. Like, take a piece of glass, cover it with Crisco like this, and then hold it up to your TV, and that's what watching the VHS recorded version of something on the. Oh, I get 6 hours out of this tape
Oh gosh. Yes, no, I remember those days.
instead
I
of
do
two.
remember that. But
Because
I
two wouldn't
also
fit a whole movie.
remember if you don't watch it now, you're not going to see
Oh,
it
you're not
again.
watching it. You're not watching. You missed it.
Yeah. Rhonda, agony is the number one reason why you're not caught up.
Good news.
But
No agony.
it's out now.
It's
It's
all
out
there for
now.
you. You can watch it
It's all
properly
there.
the way
Go
I'd like.
ahead.
The way I would have
I
liked to, but I can't. I also. It's terrible because I don't want to watch it week by week, but I also don't want to see spoilers. I need to see it when everybody else is seeing it.
see.
It's
See?
just
Yep.
awful.
That's the thing.
Awful. That's why I've seen Spider-Man already.
Duh,
There.
I have not.
Leave this
I'm
conversation. Go
behind.
right now. Go right now. Leave this conversation. It's great.
We have a tea party
Great.
on Saturday.
Yeah, it's true.
This. We have
Yes.
this
Okay.
right
All
there.
right. That's
Hmm.
fair.
And after that, then
Hmm.
I can see Into the Spider-Verse.
I'll probably be on my third viewing by then. So yeah, sure, that's fine.
Oh my gosh. Um, the other thing
I don't
I
even
was
have
going to
time to
say
watch that either.
is I've started rewatching. So I watched the whole season week to week, and
Hmm.
then I started rewatching from season one, episode one.
Oh goodness.
And so that's why I'm like, wait a minute, what
I
happened?
bet. I bet
Because I
it's
went
come a
all the
very
way back.
long way. It's come a very long way since
Yes,
then.
yes. I'm in season two again. Um, but it is so good. It is such a good show.
This is a very well conceived show, and even when they do the big set pieces where you have 15 guys taking out a dragon or something, just like, what is this? Why? I don't care why this is happening. This is great. Just keep going. I bought this
Like
big old TV for a reason. This was it. Thank you. Let me
they
turn
were
the sound
doing
up.
the Mandalorians start the season doing a baptism in the water, and
Hmm.
the giant alligator comes out and attacks them. And then they also have the big bird that takes one of the
Yes,
or
yes.
pterodactyl.
Yeah, it's
A pterodactyl
mhm.
takes one of the kids.
And they're like, you know what? We should go do something about that. Like, yes,
This is not a
yes,
safe place.
no, well, no, but they have guns and it's their religion, so
Yeah.
This is probably very popular in the South.
Well, the last highlight is Bo-Katan wielding the Darksaber. She gets it on a technicality,
The
which
best
is
way.
actually how she fought. Din Djarin lost it because he was captured.
I mean, he
So
dropped it.
he lost it.
If you
But
say, all right,
somebody else had it.
somebody they had possession
And
of it the same way I've got like an alarm clock. I mean, I know it's there, but I don't really care about it.
then she goes to save him and gets rid of the people that now hold it. Like, that's literally all it takes is to possess it.
Yes, it was a lovely way to get out of them having to fight directly. And she doesn't have to kill Mando or grievously injure him to get possession of the Darksaber. But that was helpful.
That would not have been good at all. And
well, I mean, the Mandalorian doesn't say which one. It could have been just fine. We just transfer the show from Din Djarin to Bo-Katan.
That's true.
And the Mandalorian continues as if nothing has changed.
That is very true. But then the last highlight, spoilers. Moff Gideon destroys the Darksaber.
Yes. And then he is himself destroyed, is he?
No.
I mean, the man has a room full of clones that they did destroy, but did we get a full look at the room before they destroyed them all? Is it possible there's more than one lab in this giant facility he's got control of? Did he? I don't know. There's precedent in Star Wars for just hatching a clone and keeping it yourself. Did you even get the real Moff Gideon?
I feel like that's not even the real Moff Gideon. I feel like that was one of his clones.
Yeah. I think that's an easy way to just bring back Giancarlo Esposito, who is great in everything, even though he plays himself.
Big Brother Almighty has done very well.
He is only playing the scariest man in the room, who's very precise when he tells you how scary he is. And you believe him. Because it's true.
He's good at it.
He's very good at it.
Very good. Okay. Before we give our final score, what was the Rotten Tomatoes on this?
Rotten Tomatoes was a little all over the place. So critics gave the season 85%. The audience gave it 50%. It's kind of, it is interesting. The lowest rated episode is the Lizzo and Jack Black one, which I think people just hate fun. They just hate fun. They're like, this episode didn't advance the plot. Like, did a little, not in the main storyline, but who cares? I'm having fun with this. We're all having fun with this. Look at this planet. Look at these people. Whatever.
I will keep my thoughts on why it got such a low rating to myself.
But even then, I mean, it was still. Let's see. What did they give it at Rotten Tomatoes? That episode was still 82% from critics, I believe. I don't even see an audience rating on it, so it was a good season here.
Yeah.
IMDb has the season at not seeing much. It's not showing me anything. All right. Well, I'll just leave it alone.
IMDb has the individual episodes. They rank between 8.8, which was the penultimate episode. 8.4 was the final episode. The first started 7.4, then they kind of fluctuate. The lowest ranked is Guns for Hire, the one with Lizzo and Jack Black. It's 6.3.
People just hate fun. I don't know what to tell you. They're like, I need every episode to be everything. I'm like, no, you don't. Sometimes we can just have some fun. Just play with our toys.
Keep my reasons to myself, like I said. Okay. What is your score for The Mandalorian Season 3?
I am gonna have to give it a 5. I don't know what else you want from this show. Then all of these Mandalorians, guns ablazing, claiming their home planet, having some fun with the dark saber, plus a lot of Giancarlo Esposito being terrifying. That's what I want. It was everything I wanted. I'm not asking the show to do much more than this. And then Grogu in that robot body will live with me forever.
So I think Grogu and I will give it, I want to say a 5. I'm going to say a 4.8. Only because the side quests I know are necessary. But
you just want to be all Mando all the time?
Get in the way.
You didn't like our...
But they do bring Jar Jar back. That's not his name. That is not his name. But that's
Ahmed
all I can
Best.
Ahmed Best. That is right. That's what his name is. They do bring him back.
How come every time I'm on that it's like it's actor quiz time? What's this guy's name? I don't know. You're gonna make me remember.
Yes. Yes, Marcus. Yes.
I am not Total Recall. I'm horrific with names.
That's okay. I'm usually pretty good, but I don't. Not there. Not there. Well, this weekend.
I don't remember. Oh, that's right. That's what it is. I'm gonna give that a 5 right now.
Steampunk Tea Party. If you don't have your ticket, please get your ticket. Please. I know that people are going to get their tickets. I just don't understand why. And I know I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes
waiting until
the last minute. It's just sometimes we like to make some plans based on how many people are going to be there, and if we don't know, we can't always make the same plans.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's okay. It's still going to be great. There's still going to be food and sweets and tea and string quartet, an Afro punk band, a man painting live.
That is amazing.
Board game parlor. Yeah, he's very excited to come back. A board game parlor, some activities for kids, and have your portrait taken by one of our 2 wonderful professional photographers. So
fantastic.
It will be great.
Still getting my fit together. Getting pretty close.
Okay. I think I have 90% of what I think I have it all. I just have to put it all together.
Yeah, it's more like Lego pieces. It's kind of a little bit here, a little bit there. We're close though. We're close.
It'll come. It'll come. And if you don't have a costume and you don't want to dress up, you are still welcome.
If you don't have a costume and you want to dress up, I got extra pieces. Call me. I will hook you up.
Well, we actually have a workshop tomorrow here at UNO in the CEC. If people need help or want ideas or just need some help putting things together, if you got stuff, that's between 6 and 8 tomorrow. So
that could be good.
You could get help.
I might show up a little bit and offer some of my pieces that I don't need. Extra stuff I bought that doesn't quite fit. We'll see.
Look at that. We could swap things. I have a couple of things that I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So you might be able to pick up some stuff. Okay. I don't know what we're covering next. Maybe Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. It's got to be Spider-Man.
Okay. After I've seen it. So
yes.
After this weekend. After this weekend.
All right.
I'm gonna close out. But before I do that, I am really looking forward to this year's Steampunk Tea Party.
I'm excited about it too.
I'm actually going to eat things and drink things and do things this year.
Well, I'm hoping we get some of our Chicago people to come in for it. A lot of them were like, "It's where?" But we'll see.
Yes, we'll see. We'll see. I did tell them next year they have a whole year to plan for it. So,
yes.
Yeah, we had lots of folks at the Chicago Steampunk Exposition that were very excited about the Juneteenth Steampunk Tea Party.
Sold a lot of books.
We did. Chicago showed us great love. I appreciate that.
Very good.
Okay, well, you have a good rest of your week putting things together. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I will be here at UNO and the CEC between 6 and 8 p.m. if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, University of Nebraska at Omaha, the Community Engagement Center.
I was about to ask, like, CEC? I'm like, what's CEC mean?
Yes, University of Nebraska at Omaha in the Barbara White's Community Engagement Center. That is where our offices are. That's where I am right now. And we have work rooms on the first floor that we have open so we can accommodate lots of people or a few people. Marcus, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me online. I'm at Twitter at Marcus Ross and at Waterbear Games. You can definitely find me at the Steampunk Tea Party. And if you're going to conventions, you can find me at Origins coming up this month. And I'm doing a few others. We'll get to them when we get closer.
Nice. All right. Have a good week. Get your tickets. Thank you. That's all I have.